Hey guys, welcome back. Fast Monty's Garage. Last episode, if you caught it, was putting the exhaust in because we put the headers in. And I decided halfway through that project that, I should probably prepare for fuel injection at some point. And to do that, you just need an oxygen sensor bung. And so I got one from Fast. I also got the plug because I don't have an oxygen sensor. But we're going to do the work now since the exhaust is loose and it's not tightened up. So that's what we're going to do today. Sit back, relax. I'd never done this before. So again, if you've never done it either, then you'll know what's involved. But let's get going. All right, guys. So here's where you want to put your oxygen sensor. I read this on Holley's website to go past the collector. And besides, I don't want to touch my ceramic coating. And you want to put it in at like a 10 to 15 degree angle, kind of like that. So that gives you room for the sensor to remove it, and then wiring, and I can just wire along the same wiring harness. And I want to make sure I'm not interfering with the brace. So I like it right there. I'm going to go ahead and mark my spot. Alright guys, so I guess there's several ways to punch a hole in here. A hole saw. You could probably use a plasma cutter. I've seen people do that. Hey, if you guys out there have a better idea of how to do this, put a comment down there so other people can learn from you. That's why we're here. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to measure our hole size and see where it is on my stepped drill bit, which is right there. And then I'll put a piece of tape on the next level up, just so I know how far to go. Don't go past the tape. So it's this one. Oh, there's the measurement. 7/8. You guys can see that. I like these step drill bits because when you make a hole, the next cutting surface actually deburrs the edge and puts a little chamfer. See that angle in there? That's why I like these step drill bits so much. So I'm going to go ahead and do a pilot hole. I'll probably put this in the vise to hold it, and maybe an 1/8 inch diameter pilot hole, and then I'll use this and we'll go from there. Alright, center punch. Drill our pilot hole. Alright, time for our step bit. And again, we're gonna go until the tape, right before the tape. That's my sign to stop. Let's see how we did. Oh, perfect. Isn't that special? Alright guys, you see how it's on the peaks? I'm wondering if it matters at all, but I'm wondering if I can just take my flap disc grinder and just kind of massage the peaks just so it sits a little bit more flush. So I'm going to give that a shot. I'm going to go ahead and mark it first with a pen and go from there. Alright guys, so I put little black lines just to note the axis. And I'm just going to take my flat disc and see what we can maybe flatten that out a bit. And then I'm also going to deburr this whole thing. Alright, I think I'm good with that. I'm going to go ahead and take my Scotch-Brite disc and put it on here, just to clean this all off, because you want nice fresh metal to weld on. So just some basic welding tips. After you get to bare metal, it's a good idea to use some acetone to make sure you get as least amount of contaminants as possible. And granted, the inside of the pipe is contaminated with existing exhaust remnants, and I'm not going to take the time to get in there and clean it. I don't care. But definitely want to get, and I also use the Scotch-Brite or that pad on here to get any oxidation off, and using my acetone, and I'll probably clamp it on. I'm thinking clamping it on and then tacking it and then take the clamp off. So let's see what happens. Yeah, the clamp worked perfectly. Check it out. It matched the same diameter of the bung. Pretty cool. So I'm gonna figure out how to get in here. So I'm gonna work on that for a second, see what the best approach is. All right, here's the starting position I'm gonna go with. The clamp actually acts as a good support on the table, and I'm gonna see if I can get a tack right in this top seam here. We'll see. Haven't done 90-degree angles in a while. It's gonna be messy, I'm guessing. Wow, that's freaking ugly. Ah, but it's a tack. I never said I was good, guys. Give me a break. So now I'll play with it and see if I can get the rest done. All right, guys, there we go. I got it in. Looks much better now. And I also have the matching plug, which I think I showed you. And it goes in pretty good, except for the very end. So there's probably a little bit of deformed thread in there from the heat. And if any of you guys have experience with this, I was actually debating leaving this in while I weld to kind of keep its shape. But please, you guys tell me if you guys have done this before, if that ruins it or if that actually improves it. So that would be a good thing to know. All right, guys, all done. So I put the plug in. If you're putting an oxygen sensor in, make sure, or plug, use anti-seize. This is stainless steel. You don't want it to gall. But if you're using carbon steel, you don't want it to rust and become permanent. So use anti-seize, okay? Other thing, if you guys know of a better way of doing what I just did, put a comment below. We're all here to learn. So if anyone comes across it, it'll be a good tip for everyone to learn from. Other than that, subscribe if you haven't, because we still have to get the engine running. Got to put the carb in. I'm gonna make some other tweaks with the cooling system, and then we can get rolling again. So again, you guys know the drill. Build them fast, drive them faster. See ya.